KW253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Wolo and Friends on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Here is your host, the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin.
As I was walking down the street one day, a man came up to me and asked me what the time was. That was on
Happy July, Bryant.
Happy 5th of July.
5th of July. You know Barry Bonds and J-Lo share a birthday coming up later this month.
Really? Do you know when they are? Or you just know
It's
they're this
later
month?
this month.
Okay.
Two celebrities, though, that are very different. One is known for that gorgeous backside, and the other is Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah,
But happy July. Did you have a good 4th?
I did.
What'd you do?
What did I do? I shot some fireworks off. I actually did a lot of fireworks on the 3rd of July, on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Well, that's a day early, though.
right, and then
They did them with
last
the
night,
big Redbird showcase
Redbird's
was the
game.
3rd of July.
Yeah, I didn't go this year. I went last year. Those are always fun. But last night I went to the Germantown fireworks. They did a great job.
Can I reveal a text message you sent to me before the fireworks
yeah,
started?
you
Is
do.
that you did not seem to be enjoying the
No.
fireworks at
No,
all.
I was
You were
enjoying the fireworks.
infuriated, in fact, that all of Germantown was closed.
Well, here's the thing. So where I live with my parents and where my girlfriend lives with her parents, the park that they did the fireworks at is right in between. So I usually go through a street that's right next to, that park, the Germantown Athletic Club, the library. I usually go down that street to get to her
GAC.
house, the GAC. And I couldn't go down that street yesterday because they closed at like 2 p.m. yesterday, which I think is a little early to be closing a road when
You gotta be
fireworks.
ready.
Fireworks weren't until 9 o'clock. So
What if
yeah.
one goes on prematurely, though?
Well, yeah. Oh, and then they keep it closed for like an hour and a half. I remember one year we were going to walk back down one of the streets, and we couldn't. We had to stand there for like an hour and a half because they have to go through and make sure all the fireworks are dead and that no live rounds are on the street or anything.
That's probably smart. Though.
Yeah, I mean, it's very smart, but this year we walked there, and so we didn't have to.
Good show, though?
It was a good show.
Fine show.
Fine show. They had some music playing in the background. They had Lou Gehrig's speech in the background at one point, and I was going, "That's Lou Gehrig! That's Lou Gehrig!" So,
As you know from the intro to Sports Time, what gave us that?
No. It's on. It's not on Sports Time, is it? I thought it was.
Oh, it's on Johnny Radio's Happy
Yeah.
Hour. Yeah, I get them all mixed up.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Well, happy 4th to everybody.
Happy 4th.
Big sports day on the 4th of July.
Mhm.
First of all, you have the hot dog eating contest.
What do you watch the hot dog eating contest?
No.
Not my kind of
I don't. I mean,
Not
it's
my
fine, but I mean, it's kind of like I like fireworks. I don't mean to poo-poo on fireworks, but if you've seen one hot dog eating contest,
You've seen them all.
You've got to seen them all.
Except for
it's just
yesterday, we
people
had a
gorging
protester,
themselves
and
in Star Wars masks.
yeah, and Joey Chestnut almost.
I
choked
thought
him
for
out.
sure there's so much political discord going on. I thought for sure it was some kind of political protest.
What was it? I didn't even see.
It
what
was protesting some guy's pig farm in Utah and how they
so kind of
slaughter
similar
the
to
pigs.
the Minnesota protesters during.
Yeah,
the
with the
Grizzlies
cows,
game.
right? And when that cows,
No, that was chickens, wasn't it?
Chickens.
They were burning chickens
you know.
alive.
They're-
Same thing. Animals.
A guy in Florida, this is totally unrelated. We're going to talk about baseball, but a guy in Florida I saw was arrested for killing his neighbor's chicken because the chicken was attacking him. So
Is that what that video
he
was?
threw
that
a
I
rock
kept
at it
seeing?
and he goes, "Lucky shot, I guess," and it hit him in the head and the chicken died.
And they sent the chicken police after
They
him.
did the chicken police after me. That's what he said.
I saw
Alright.
that video so many times yesterday.
Yeah, it was all over the place.
Have you seen the Minions movie? Speaking of things that
No,
happened
it
over
was
the
actually
weekend.
critically acclaimed, like not just by children's movie
Well,
standards.
have you seen like what's been going on at these movie shows?
Oh yeah, all these people on all these children on
Yeah,
TikTok
it's
dressing up in
crazy.
suits and stuff. I mean, yeah, that's so dumb though.
But it's
Give me a
crazy.
break.
I mean, like some of these videos I'm seeing are like, what are y'all doing? But I know you said you were gonna go see it at some point.
I do
think.
want to see it.
I think I'll pass on it.
Really, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be good.
I already saw a great movie.
Yeah, you saw
of the
Elvis twice.
summer.
Give me a
Yeah.
break. I mean,
You've seen
come
it
on.
once.
Give me a break, man.
You weren't a fan. It's
No,
okay.
Not a good movie.
Well.
I don't want to. We'll save movie talk for later in the week when I'm
Right.
too lazy to think of things to talk about. Because today I actually have tons of things to talk
Good.
about. First of all, Bryant, tonight. Well, I'll save that for later because that's previewing something to come tonight.
Right.
So I'll talk about that in a minute. But this weekend was a big weekend for your guy, rookie Julio Rodriguez.
Oh, Julio.
Bryant, you see what he did yesterday?
I know he had a hit. I didn't get to see much of the
He
game.
hit a bomb.
Oh, he hit a bomb yesterday?
over the top of
That's
the
back-to-back days.
over the Western Supply building or Western Supply Company
Mm-hmm.
building, which sits in left field. It goes up like 4 or 5
Yeah.
stories or something like that. Hit it over the top of that or on
Good.
top of it. It's hard to tell. It was a moonshot. He's the first rookie with 15 home runs and 15 stolen bases before the All-Star break since Devin White in 1987 for the
Wow.
Angels. He's the 5th Mariner overall with 15 home runs and 15 stolen bases before the All-Star break, joining Mike Cameron, Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, and Rupert Jones. That's according
Wow.
to ESPN Stats and Info. So, Rookie of the Year candidate, Brian, in the American League.
Certainly. He was my Rookie of the Year candidate before the season started.
Who? Bobby Witt, probably.
Bobby Witt's up there.
Adley's playing. Well, Adley's not playing
Adley's
great.
playing. Who's the?
But he's another rookie.
I can't think of his name. For the Astros, Pena.
Oh, the
Jeremy
shortstop.
Pena. Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
up there. Yeah, he's
but
really
he's not a
good.
great hitter, is he? He's a great fielder.
He's had his moments where he's been really good at the plate.
I actually did see an interview with him on MLB Network that he surprised people with how well he's been hitting.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
know that his prospect grade was all about
Let's see what he's hitting
he
right
was
now.
one of the most incredible fielders anyone's ever seen.
Well, since we're talking about
the Stros.
no, I was going to go back to Julio Rodriguez.
Oh, go back to Julio.
I was just going to say that I don't know if you saw it, but Jeff Passan of ESPN said that he should be an All-Star candidate.
Well, these are good. These are good. And like I said, those numbers a minute ago.
Those are really good
He's
numbers.
also the fastest player in MLB history after 81 games to reach 15 home runs and 20-plus stolen bases, surpassing Ellis Burks, who did it in 82 games, and after that, Barry Bonds, who did it in 90 games. That's according to Baseball Reference. So good company there in that regard.
those are
Over the past week, he's also hitting 346 with an OPS just under 1,000.
Oh, wow.
4 home runs this past week, 8 RBIs. This also comes after he's also hitting 300 or something in the past month.
Yeah.
But coming after an abysmal beginning of his
He was-
career.
That's what I was about to say. He was terrible.
The
at
first
beginning of the year.
50 games was below 200, but if you look just at April altogether, he hit 205 with no home runs over that. It was like a 20-something game
Yeah.
span or something like that.
Yeah.
And since then, he's just been killing
He's
it.
been fantastic. Well, because I remember, I'm sure you remember, I was singing his praises during during spring training. And then Spring League. And then he kind of struggled at the beginning. But I saw an interview with him the other day where basically he was like, after those first 2 weeks, I was like, I'm not ready for the MLB. And
I saw that.
I can't play, yada, yada, yada. And then he was like, they stuck with me. The, coaches and everything were just like, keep working, you're going to get there. And he's like, now I'm just playing. Like, now I'm just having fun, which is awesome.
Probably
to
a
see.
good attitude to have.
Baseball.
And what do you have to lose in
MLB needs
Seattle,
more
you
fun.
know?
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
place to be.
I was supposed to disparage your Mariners, but you didn't take it very offensively. Who
No,
was
I
the
didn't.
other guy you were looking? Who was
Oh, I was looking at Jeremy Pena's stats. He's hitting 278 right now. So,
not bad?
not bad.
I don't think. Well,
Not as
no,
good
he's
as Julio.
Not as good as Julio. So that's another Rookie of the Year candidate in the American League.
Yeah.
National League that seems like they're all dominated by the Cardinals.
Which is good.
You would think so. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of the Cardinals,
They lost last night.
lost last night. Dak
2 in a
on the
row.
mound. Can we call him Dak anymore?
Dak.
I think Dak is reserved for good players.
We can start.
This
He's
guy's
been
a
good
nibbler
this
of the
year.
highest. Give me a break. This guy is the nibbler of the highest order. I'm so tired of Dak, to be honest. Last night he had a guy down. I can't remember who it was. Not Ozuna. I don't remember who it was. He had a guy down 0-2. 0-2
Yeah.
through 4 totally non-competitive pitches. Maybe one you can consider competitive. Unbelievably terrible. I'm so tired of this. This pitching staff is atrocious.
It's bad.
Going all in on Jack Flaherty, only for him to only pitch when he's feeling 100% on any given day.
Yeah.
Especially when you couple that with who they traded for Ozuna a couple years ago, Sandy Alcantara, is a Cy Young candidate right now. But they wanted to go all in on Jack. Man alive, that backfired.
What do
This
you think
pitching
about,
staff is atrocious,
Wainwright?
man. What about him? Is he a Hall? I was talking about this yesterday with somebody. Is Wainwright a Hall of Famer?
I think so.
It's borderline.
It's borderline, but I think he gets it.
Brian Kinney and Mad Dog. Whenever they talk about Hall of Fame stuff, they always say that what old baseball writers look for is 8 consecutive Hall of Fame seasons, and he probably has that through his first 8 years of his career. And longevity is good too, but his
Longevity's
numbers are not
He hasn't been
not
good this
great.
year.
Well, he hasn't.
And-
Which
but
is
I
what
hear
it
a lot
should
of-
be.
But I hear a lot of Cardinals fans this year too who are like, well, we still have Wainwright. Like, oh, Wayne, we might have been a couple losses, but Wainwright's throwing tonight. Like, that's not a good thing. They'll probably lose.
That's prisoner of the moment, though.
We're not talking. I mean, I get it. He's a great pitcher.
But he was great last year too.
That's true.
And just as not
He's
just
been
as
good
old
this year.
just as old, but fair enough. It's a lot of pressure to put on. How old
Oh, I'm
is he?
sure. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything bad about him.
It sounds like you are a 40-year-old man,
What
almost
I'm
a
getting
41-year-old
What
man.
I'm getting at is that trade deadline's coming up. Cardinals need to make a move. They need to bring in a starting pitcher.
All right, what are you going to shop?
I mean, that's a good
Putting
question.
you on the spot.
That's something I was not ready for.
Well, I mean, you came out here and said they got to shop for something. You got to have someone in mind you're going to
We're
shop.
going to have to give a lot because I need him to get a starting pitcher, and there's, I think, some good
Why
starting
would you
pitchers
wait
out there.
till now, though? That's what I don't
Well,
understand.
because I
It's
think
2 off seasons in a row. First of all, think back like 3 or 4 years ago where the only way Cardinals were winning games was winning 1-0 or 2-1 ball games.
Yeah.
And fast forward to now where they just can't keep runs off the board.
Yeah.
Dak gave up 6 in 4 innings. He gave up 6 in or 5 in the second.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was a ton of runs in like the second inning.
Yeah.
The rain delay saved him from the outing itself. He's now gone, Dak has. Gave up 6 earned runs last night before the rain delay. His last 4 outings have gone 5 innings or less.
Yep.
In June, he posted an ERA of 4.58 with a whip above 1.27. Right-handed hitters are hitting above 300 against him this year. Atrocious.
That is pretty bad.
Dak wagon. Not Dak anymore.
Not Dak,
I used to
Dakota.
say that a surefire way to be a great professional athlete is to be named Dak and to go to Mississippi State University.
Two pretty good things.
And I don't think that's accurate anymore. Because now there's only one person that's evidence of that.
So I shouldn't want to name my son Dak and force him to go to Mississippi State and play
Well,
sport.
we'll see if Dak's career turns around. But after what's happening this year with Dak, I'd say probably not. You know who has been good though is Michaelis.
He has been good.
That's the only person that's been good. While
He's been
pitching
really
to,
good.
while
I
pitching
think
to
it's the
contact
mustache.
as well. You think it's the mustache?
Top Gun coming out this year, kind
Excellent
of a similar
analysis.
Top Gun mustache. I think that's like a superpower.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, talking about the Braves on the other side, the Braves.
That's your second favorite team in your power ranking.
Thank you. They're
You're welcome.
surging right now, going after the Mets, who we'll talk more about later.
Yeah.
The Braves' offense in Major League Baseball this year has barreled. If you're looking at these advanced metrics here, barreling up a ball.
Yeah.
They have barreled 7% of all plate appearances, which is the best in the
Wow.
MLB. 224 barrels, which is the most overall in the MLB. An average 90-mile-an-hour exit velocity, which is the best in the National League. And 58 balls in play with exit velocity over 110 miles an hour. That is the most in the National League.
Wow.
So leading in a lot of hitting categories.
Do you know what else I think is? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
cut you off.
please, go ahead.
But you know what else? You talking about all those stats? Something else that I find really fascinating about that team is they strike out all the time. I mean, they're so good at the plate, but they strike out.
I think you're thinking of the
All the time.
Philadelphia Phillies.
No, I am. I mean, the Phillies too. But Atlanta, I
Braves.
mean, they're one of the worst strikeout teams in Major League Baseball.
I don't mean to just sit here with deafening silence. I'm looking up who leads the league in strikeouts.
The Angels.
The Angels
right here,
and the
yeah.
Braves are second.
Braves are second. It's Pittsburgh,
Well, they do strike out a lot.
Baltimore, Cubs, Miami.
Wow,
Miami strikes out a lot
The
too.
Phillies aren't nearly as high as I thought.
No,
they
they're
would
like
be.
right middle of the pack. They're 14.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't expect that at all.
Well, I guess that's why they barrel up so many. Is because they're either swinging and missing or making really good contact.
Yes, so.
I hate that kind of hitting too. That's actually a very sad stat that makes me upset with the Braves. And you know who's leading the Braves right now, Bryant?
Dansby Swanson.
That is exactly
Swanson.
the answer I was looking
One
for.
of the best defensive shortstops in the game right now.
Unbelievable. OPS in his last 162 games, this goes back to last year, OPS 850,
Wow.
28 home runs, 100 RBIs. So over the course of his last season, quote unquote, 162 games, unbelievable he's playing. Slugging percentage 481 too, which
Wow.
is very good. Dansby Swanson's really turned it on hitting
Where
the
is
baseball.
he at in like the All-Star voting? Is he getting?
I don't
is
know.
He getting a lot of love.
We could look that up though.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
No reason to not look that up. All-Star voting is coming. Have you voted for an All-Star game yet? Neither have I.
Are you an All-Star game voter? Like, do you?
I
Is that
usually-
something you enjoy?
Yeah, I usually do it, and I like to mess it up. Not that mess up votes matter, because at the end of the day, Rob Manfred decides whoever the hell he wants to be in the All-Star game and who he doesn't. So
Right.
if the whole country voted for like a terrible starter, they wouldn't let him start.
So
I think it's all rigged.
Dansby's not a finalist.
Who are
at
the
shortstop.
finalists?
At shortstop, it's Bo Bichette and Tim Anderson. Seems kind of like a favoritism vote there.
Dansby plays in the National League.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
No, I was sitting there thinking like, wait a second. Tim Anderson.
He is
though.
there. He is there.
Okay,
Trey
yeah.
Turner
But not in the
Dansby
American
Swanson.
League finalists.
It's early. I'm having the
He's
July
not
5th Blues.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
Not an American League
Trey
finalist.
Turner and Dansby Swanson. Those are two pretty good shortstops.
Yeah, Trey Turner is pretty good.
Trey Turner's very good. Fast guy. Great at sliding. I think that's his best quality is the slides, Trey Turner.
So the Braves and the Cardinals play again tonight.
Mm-hmm. Game 2.
That's a local game. Oh, one more thing. I
Go
got
ahead.
something for Bally Sports.
Your
Jesus
guy, Jazz
Christ.
Chisholm's also there at second base.
Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Paul
Oh,
Goldschmidt,
but they finally
first
called
base.
Joey Wendell back up. We're talking about the Marlins in a
wow.
second. All-star Joey
That's
Wendell.
awesome.
Give me a break. How he was playing AAA baseball. I got something for Bally Sports,
Okay.
though. So I don't know if anyone knows this. There's probably a lot of Braves fans out there. There might be Cardinals fans. Maybe some people just don't care.
Okay.
But I am not a fan of the Braves broadcast. I like, even when like the Braves play the Marlins, or I have to watch the Braves in that case. But I like the Cardinals broadcast. A lot of people don't like Jim Edmonds. I watch a Braves broadcast, and Jim Edmonds won't offend you nearly as much. I promise. I swear. If you just give it a chance, I swear you'll like him a lot better.
I don't think I've ever watched the Braves broadcast.
Not a fan. Chip Carey, and they have some Australian guy. I can't remember what his name is.
Really?
But I think he has some credentials. Whatever. Not the point. But when the Cardinals and the Braves play, you cannot watch Bally Sports Midwest because usually, we have two Bally's here in Memphis. You get Bally
you're
Sports
right.
South and Bally Sports Southeast, and one of them is usually takes the Cardinals feed from Bally Sports Midwest, and the other one shows all the Braves games. Well, when they play together in the same market, they're like, "What do we need to broadcast two of these for?" So you're
We'll
forced
just
to
do
watch
one.
the Braves broadcast
Is that every
I was
game,
miserable.
or is that just like when they're?
when they're playing head to head.
But that's not like it doesn't matter who's the home team and who's. I was wondering if it's like because the
No,
Braves are
it's
the home
always the
team.
Braves.
Interesting.
It's always the Braves, which I think is abhorrent. So they showed a Reds game last night instead of the Cardinals, which dates back to when hockey's going on and basketball's still going
Yeah.
on, where they will prioritize the Predators over the Cardinals, but Braves still are on every night. It's infuriating to me. So I got something for Bally.
Preds.
If anyone from Bally's listening, which they probably aren't because they own like every sports market except for like a few places in California
Right.
and the West Coast and like New York market.
I like Bally Sports.
It's
I like,
crap.
Well, I like the. I
wanted to say a
graphics.
much stronger word.
Yeah.
The graphics are terrible. It took them a year and a half to realize that when you go to commercial break, when you're on the app or whatever
Yeah.
streaming, it took them a year and a half to realize when we go to break, we need to mix some movement on the screen and some noise so people don't think their TV quit working. Because for a while, it was just a picture that said Bally Sports, total silence, and you're like, are they
This was on the app.
Well, but if you watch it on the app on TV or on the app on
I
your
see.
phone, you just think
Yeah.
everything's frozen. Which some people are,
But
why
I'm
don't you just
talking about,
watch it
like,
on
I like
TV?
I like the
Curmudgeon.
scoreboard bug.
Oh, you like the bug at the bottom? Because it has the stats that pop up and and
Well, I just like the little. I just like the colors and how it looks and the.
well, the
setup
colors
of
are dependent on the
the
team you're
team,
watching.
yeah. But I just like how they use it. Like what's one that doesn't use? What channel do the Cubs play on?
It's
watching-
marquee.
Marquee. I was watching that. They just kind of have a little box in the top corner. It's like a kind of a dark blue, and it just has the score up there. Boring. Bally Sports, bottom, got the different colors.
Does
got
Boone
red and
Shambi
all
still
that
do
stuff.
Cubs games?
I think he does. He wasn't there yesterday though.
Yeah, he probably takes some games off.
Yeah, yesterday it was a female doing play-by-play. I'm
Well,
not
the
sure what her
Cardinals
name is.
play today again against the Braves. And who's on the bump tonight? I should
Andre
check.
Palante.
Oh, Palante.
So,
he had
ugh.
actually a pretty good outing his last outing, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Palante though.
Well, he gets pulled so quickly.
Yeah.
And
Ian Anderson on the
Oh
bump
yeah,
for
and
the
Ian Anderson
Braves.
for the Braves. Then tomorrow they play again. I believe that game tomorrow, Wednesday Night Baseball on ESPN.
Yeah,
you
it
have
is. It
Miles
is.
Michaelis and Max Fried.
Ooh, that'll be a good matchup.
That is an excellent matchup. Probably.
There's a chance of rain though, so we might have another delay.
And then they play again Thursday, with Matt Liberator making a start
Love
on
Matthew
Thursday.
Liberator.
And
2-1.
and this kid for Atlanta, I don't know if he's a kid. I probably shouldn't
Oh,
call him a
Spencer
kid.
Strider.
Who threw the fastest
Yeah.
pitch in the history of Major League Baseball the other day for a starting pitcher. It was 102 point something miles an hour. It looked like a sinker. It was nasty. 23. He is a kid. 23 years
Yeah.
old. Nice
he
mustache on
he
him
kind
too.
of got called up.
Very recently.
Yeah, very recently.
He was the 2020 fourth round pick by the Braves. So he's only been a professional for what year is it? 2022.
2022.
So for 2 years now.
Wow.
Real quick here before we have to take a break tonight. If you have MLB package and you want to watch a great pitcher, really two great pitchers, but one Cy Young candidate and one guy that's been struggling this year, you can watch the Marlins and the Angels. You know, a lot of people say to me, Bryant, a lot of people say to me, who are you? Get out of my house.
Right.
And a lot of other people say to me, why do you like the Marlins so much? And it's because of this guy, Sandy Alcantara.
He's fantastic.
Unbelievable pitcher, Cy Young candidate. We went through his stats. What day was that we did Dave's
That was
show
Friday.
last week? Friday?
No, Thursday. Thursday.
We went through some of his stats last week. I want to go through a few more again. Unbelievable. I hit the microphone with a piece of paper. In the month of June, he had a 1.89 ERA. Allowed batters, second month in a row, batters are hitting less than 200 against him.
Wow.
Unbelievable. He strikes out a ton of guys. Didn't have a ton of strikeouts his last outing, but he'll get up there 6, 7, 8 strikeouts pretty much every night.
Yeah.
Nasty sinker, pitches a lot like Justin Verlander, in my estimation, in my mind. I mean, he's a nasty pitcher. And then on the other side, you have Noah Syndergaard for the Angels. Thor is what they call him. He's had a struggle this year.
Yeah,
he's a little struggle bus. But that'll be a great pitching matchup tonight. If you like good pitching in Major League Baseball as much as I do, you'll really enjoy watching that game. If you like watching a lot of runs scored, probably not going to be the most fun game for you. But if you like a pitching exhibition, those are two guys you got to check out tonight. And Shohei Ohtani also plays for the Angels. He's a big star. And you see Taylor Ward for the Angels got thrown out in first in an embarrassing way this weekend. He got a single to right field. The first baseman was off, probably covering second base, I believe.
Yeah.
And so he's like a step or two off the bag, doesn't realize that the catcher's behind him because the first base coach, for whatever reason, didn't say anything to him. So they threw the ball to first base, and Taylor Ward thought they were throwing it to him, so he put his hand up, quickly realized the catcher was behind him, then got tagged out after a single.
That's too bad.
Tough scene.
There are actually a lot of good pitching matchups tonight.
Oh, wow. So, well, don't say that. I just told everybody that they should watch this one because it's
Well,
the
I mean, they
best
can
pitching
watch that
matchup.
one, but I mean, that one's definitely the best.
Thank you.
But
Good.
I'm saying
Good
there's
save.
some other good ones.
Kick
There's
save
not
and
a ton
abuse.
of great ones. But
Yeah,
there's
but
that one's
that's
great.
I mean, that is must-watch
Fantastic
TV.
one.
Appointment viewing.
Exactly.
Kick save and a butte. Last but not least, if you want to watch something else tonight, the Grizz Summer League plays tonight, 6 o'clock versus Sixers. Bryant, what is the thing you're most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to see how the rookies play.
Who in particular?
I'm actually really excited to see what Kennedy Chandler can do.
Me too.
At the one guard. See how he can run this team. See what he can do at his size.
David Roddy probably get good minutes.
Roddy, I think all those rookies will get good minutes. I hope.
And we'll see how good
they'll
Laravia
start.
is as a
Yeah,
starter
as a
this year.
starter.
Because he'll have to start at the 4-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not the 5.
Oh, you don't think so? Oh, you don't think so?
Certainly.
Well, Brian, you and I don't know anything, and that's what all the experts
we'll
are saying.
To see how good of a shooter he is.
Right.
That's what I've sharpshooter. That's what I've heard.
Probably will guard really well at the 4-5
Yeah,
this year.
exactly.
When we come back, for all you we're going to take a break. That's what I said when we come back.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, though, for all you physics junkies, Bryant is going to explain the theory of quantum chromodynamics. We'll be right back.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
When you think about insurance and you want great value without sacrificing great service, I want you to think one place, the Eflin Insurance and the entire Eflin Insurance team. Matt and his group of professionals will access 10 leading companies to find the right home and auto program that fits your budget and your absolute needs. The Eflin Insurance team, the number 386-GER, 386-4777. I love how Memphis loves golf, even city government. Overton Park is getting redone, Pine Hill is being completely renovated, and Fox Meadows is getting new greens. Public golf has never been better. There's a new app for your phone, Memphis Public Links, where you can make tee times, view special offers, get tournament information, find out the latest golf news, and virtually stay in touch. You can download it at the Apple App Store. There are several new golf tournaments this year, including the Mayor's Cup, and there will be a Player of the Year based on performances throughout the season. You can't beat Memphis golf. Galloway is in perfect shape. Audubon, right in the heart of the Poplar Corridor, is a true test of golf for any level of player. The city has invested in public golf like never before. So, if you haven't played a city course in a while, try it. I assure you, you're gonna love it. Memphis Public Links. I often say they've set the bar for the way car business should be done at Homer Skelton Hyundai. You know how close that is. It's right there at Highway 78, Lamar Avenue, and Craft Road, the very first exit in Mississippi. I say it because they always come up with new innovations. And right now, when we've had all these shortages on new cars, Homer Skelton Hyundai is always going to come through for you. You won't pay more than the sticker price for a new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's Chris True's pledge. You'll never pay more than sticker price. Those other guys, they could charge you a whole lot more for that new car because they know there's a shortage. That never happens at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's part of the philosophy and the team that's been together for about 15 years now. You want the best of service? You want the best of products? It's the combination and the trust you'll always get from the best guys around. Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch.
Hilltop Wine and Spirits, 7034 Highway 64 in Oakland, has the best prices on hundreds of your favorite brands of wine, beer, and spirits. Not sure how things taste? That's why there's a tasting room. Enjoy taste testing wine, spirits, beers, craft beers, even after dinner drinks. You have all kinds of special occasions coming up, and Hilltop Wine and Spirits can help you make those occasions memorable. You got a corporate event, a reception, an anniversary, or just a birthday with friends. Find the best selection and prices at Hilltop Wine and Spirits, 7034 Highway 64 in Oakland.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi folks, Bill Russell at Russell Brothers Fine Jewelers, and I want to take just a minute to thank the many folks that have been letting us at Russell Brothers take care of their jewelry needs, and we've made a lot of friends over 5 decades. Since 1985, we've been at 4646 Poplar, providing the absolute best quality, value, and service on top of the most magnificent jewelry that is to be found in Memphis. We want each person that walks in our door, whether it's for an $8 battery or a $10,000 diamond, we want to prove to that person how much we value them. We've been serving Memphis for 37 years, and we're still enjoying every minute of it and every relationship that we've made. Whatever you need, whether it's a wonderful piece of jewelry for someone special or a simple jewelry or watch repair, we would love to have you join the growing list of those we serve at Russell Brothers Fine Jewelers, 4646 Poplar at Perkins.
Now back to Wolo and Friends on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM, presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Here once again is the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin.
Don't you all fade away. Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm trying to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation.
That's the Who, Brian.
Yeah, the Who.
Who?
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 I saw the
Classic
Who perform at the Super Bowl. It's the only time I've ever heard of the Who.
And they just performed at the Forum a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
Bryant, tomorrow on the show, I got a good one for tomorrow.
Ooh,
Tomorrow on the show, comedian Ray Romano,
Oh, wow.
actor Tony Shalhoub from Monk, and
Ooh.
musical guest They Might Be Giants. Also, headlines, our favorite segment that we do every week
Yeah.
here. So that's tomorrow, Brian.
Wow, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't
Tomorrow's
wait.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
Because, it throws us off since
It's true.
Monday was a holiday.
That's actually a fact,
Yeah.
Jack.
So I was doing some thinking over the break.
Oh, yeah? Something
I put
came
my
to you?
GM hat on because you asked me a great question
Yeah.
in the first segment of who should the Cardinals trade for.
Somebody bail you out, Brian?
No, I don't think so. I think this was all up in the
From the
membrane,
dome.
From the dome.
Yep.
So I was doing some thinking. I ran some numbers,
Uh-huh.
ran some
Simulations.
statistical analysis. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I came up with a pitcher that the Cardinals should go after.
Okay.
Tyler Mahle.
Really?
Yeah, from the Reds, Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. So you think the Reds are selling?
Yeah, I think the Reds are selling. I think.
Who are the Cardinals going to sell? Well, tell me about Mahle real
Let me
quick.
tell you about
Quickly.
Mahle a little bit. So he's 3-7 this year with 4.48 ERA, which probably makes you go, why would I want this guy? Well, let me tell you something that the Reds don't have that the Cardinals do have. Can you
Winning
take a
culture.
guess?
Winning culture.
Well, that's a great idea.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they do have winning culture, but do you know something that can immediately help him as a starting pitcher when he
Adam
gets on
Wainwright.
the bump? No. But maybe. I'm saying immediately. These are long-term things. You got to build
What's
a
gonna
relationship
help? How about
with
you just tell
Wainwright.
me what's
You got
gonna
to
help
learn
him?
the culture,
Right.
the Cardinal way.
Of course.
They've got defense. The Reds don't have defense. So,
Fair enough. They have their best pitcher pitches to contact, so it's a fair point.
Exactly. So, Tyler Mahle comes over here. Maybe he's 3-7 right now, but when he's got some defense behind him, some guys that can make plays, hey, I'm not saying he's going to be a Cy Young pitcher,
Whole different story.
but he can help the Cardinals win some games.
Who is going to? Who are they going to give up to get him?
Great question.
Does it not say that on the simulations
ESPN
you ran?
article?
No,
Oh, I mean, the
I was going to
simulation.
give it away. I just you gave it away.
The
What were you doing?
simulations I ran.
The simulations
No,
does not
it
say.
didn't. Let's see what it says on
Tell
my
me,
simulation.
you mentioned another name that was going to be traded from a team. Just tell the people what that is.
This simulation that I read, they have who everyone should buy or sell. Pablo Lopez
Give me a
for
break.
the
What a joke.
for the Marlins.
What
for
a
the
joke.
Fish.
The second best pitcher on the team, one of the best pitchers in the National League. Over the first month of the season, was the best pitcher in the National League.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, that'll help the Marlins, is continue to sell everybody on the team. Yeah, that'll
Donnie
help.
T-Ball.
Speaking of players that have been sold from the Marlins, there's one that currently plays for the Mets. You know, folks, the New York Mets started the season as one of the hottest teams in baseball, but hitting .220 with a 4.57 ERA over the last month. Those surging Metropolitans have plateaued a bit in recent weeks, with some of their biggest name guys struggling, as well as the growing anxiety of big name money pitchers on the DL. Why, just yesterday, Brian,
4th of July.
New York media icon and degenerate Mets fan Mike Francesa tweeted, quote, I can't do a good Mike Francesa. I know DeGrom came back with a bang last night, but I will take him seriously when he records his third consecutive 90-plus pitch performance in the big leagues. End quote. So Mike Francesa has some high expectations. This kind of sentiment, though, Bryant, is echoed throughout the Mets fan base. And we thought we'd try and show them the positive side of things in a little segment that we call Cheer Up, Mets.
Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York Town.
Wow, I love any excuse to play that
What a
song,
great
too.
song.
All right, we are here to cheer up the Mets today because they just don't need to be this down in the dumps like they are. You know what I mean, Bryant?
I
You understand
agree.
my sentiment
I
there?
do.
So first of all, cheer up, Mets. You're still in first place.
Yeah.
There's no need to be envious of other
Good
teams.
team.
You still have your outrageously high salaries. For instance, just look at your opponent this week, the Cincinnati Reds. They're in last place in their division. You wouldn't be so envious if you knew the kind of money their players make. So I did a little comparison here.
Oh, love
First of all, Mets outfielder Starling Marte, he makes $15 million a year.
Wow.
While Reds middle infielder Jonathan India, he makes $14.75. Next, Francisco Lindor makes middle infielder, great player.
great.
He makes $34 million per season. While Reds infielder Donovan Solano, he gets free admission to Reds games. And last but not least, Mets pitcher Jacob deGrom. He makes $36 million per year.
Wow.
While Reds outfielder Tommy Pham, he's permitted to live in his locker. So don't be so envious. That should cheer you up, Mets. I know you're unhappy because you forked over big money for injured 3-time Cy Young winner and the love child of Dan Aykroyd and Adam Gase, Max Scherzer. That's also not a comment on his different colored eyes, by the way, which Dan Aykroyd also has.
Right.
It's just that he always looks like he's one sneeze away from his eyes popping out of his head. But as far as the injuries goes, he's on the mend, completing his rehab start to great acclaim. And for his general ugliness, there's plenty of other pitchers that are uglier than Max Scherzer.
Right.
For example, two-headed Max Scherzer. That's double the ugliness.
Wow.
And also Freddie Krueger, who could forget, had a short stint with the Guardians before being sent down to AAA this
Right.
year. And then, of course, Orioles ace, commentator Nancy Grace. So there's other uglier pitchers out there that you could do far worse with. As far as other injured pitcher Jacob deGrom goes,
Right.
also doing rehab starts, cheer up, Mets. He's on the way back, too. But I'm starting to think all this money is starting to go to his head. For instance, in his last rehab start, Bryant, pictures are circulating on the internet of DeGrom wearing a 50-carat sapphire ring on his throwing hand.
Really?
That has to contribute to injuries. Wow. And Francisco Lindor hitting .230 over the last month. I've noticed that just hasn't. Francisco Lindor hitting 228 over the last month, and I've noticed that just hasn't been he just hasn't been as quick to the ground balls or hasn't been as quick around the bases since and this is all since he replaced his iconic Mets uniform with a solid gold suit of armor.
It makes sense.
Really trying just as hard, though, but he just is a little bit slower to all those baseballs. And finally, Starling Marte has been causing nothing but problems since he started patrolling center field in his brand new Bentley. He ran over the right fielder last week, going after a fly ball. Can you believe that?
Wow. What a guy.
A lot of fans, I think, are worried, Bryant, about this current roster, and it might tarnish the amazing Mets legacy.
Yeah.
Well, cheer up, Mets. For one thing, it wasn't really that good to begin with. And I've also heard a lot of these old Mets legends that people idolize, like people's favorite players, they're actually jerks, Bryant. I actually heard, take a listen to this recently uncovered audio I found from an interview with Mets legendary pitcher Tom Seaver.
One day, a little boy came up to me asking for an autograph. He seemed like a good little boy, so I said, sure, I'll give you an autograph for $60. But he didn't have $60, so I peed on his shoe.
Wow. So, I mean, tarnishes the legacy of Tom Seaver. And if you think that is bad, Bryant, take a listen to this fan interview. Two real fans, a fan interview telling their story of an interaction with one Keith Hernandez.
June 14th, 1987. Mets, Phillies were enjoying a beautiful afternoon in the right field stands when a crucial Hernandez error opens the door to a 5-run Phillies ninth, cost the Mets the game.
Our day was ruined. There was a lot of people, they're waiting by the players' parking lot. Now, we're coming down the ramp. Newman was in front of me. Hernandez was coming toward us. As he passes us, Newman turns and says, "Nice game, pretty boy." Hernandez continued past us up the ramp.
Then, a second later, something happened that changed us in a very deep and profound way from that day forward.
What was it?
He spit on us. And I screamed out, "I'm it!"
Then I turned and the spit ricocheted off him and it hit me.
Wow. What a story.
What a story. What a story indeed. Wow. So, cheer up, Mets.
Cheer up.
I'm sure everything will work out for your favor, just like it always does. And that's the New York Mets. So cheer up, Mets.
I do think they need to cheer up.
It'll all be okay, I think. Bryant, before we go to break here, I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
You said, we're talking about the Grizzlies a minute ago. You said you wanted to bet on the game tonight.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? I know we had the same conversation when spring training started about betting on preseason affairs. What do you think about betting on Summer League?
Brian, hey, if you got a tip, hit it. So tell me what you think. What's your gauge for tonight?
My gauge is...
Why did you want to tell me exactly what you told me earlier? Why did you want to bet on the Grizzlies tonight?
You know what I've heard a lot of people say about this Grizzlies Summer League team? They're going to be fun to watch, okay? They're going to be fun to watch. Maybe they win some games. I'm taking them -2 tonight against the 76ers.
You haven't given a reason yet. You just like their roster. Here's what he said.
Like
I'll tell everybody what Brian said. I don't know any of the guys on the Sixers roster. I don't know any of the guys on the Sixers roster.
You don't know anybody
so I'll bet on the and then I said, who do you like? And you go, this guy? Love this guy. He went to this school. Love that school. Love this guy. So if you want to back
Michael
Bryant,
Foster Jr., Dewey Ignite guy.
So if you want to back Bryant tonight,
-2.
He's taking the Grizzlies -2.
That's only you only need a basket. Oh, now it's -1.
Wow. That's not good, though.
How's that not good?
That means people are taking the Sixers.
Well, I'm not.
Bryant's not.
I just need him to win the game.
So you get it at -1 before it fluctuates again.
I'm going to do it right now.
Excellent call, Bryant.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this segment, Bryant. Anything else you want to say before we get a break? No, you're pretty good?
Bet the Grizzlies.
Bet the Grizzlies. Excellent. When we come back, we have summoned the spirit of Joan Rivers, and she joins us from beyond the grave to talk about her latest book, Diary of a Mad Diva. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I often say they've set the bar for the way car business should be done at Homer Skelton Hyundai. You know how close that is. It's right there at Highway 78, Lamar Avenue, and Craft Road, the very first exit in Mississippi. I say it because they always come up with new innovations. And right now, when we've had all these shortages on new cars, Homer Skelton Hyundai is always going to come through for you. You won't pay more than the sticker price for a new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's Chris True's pledge. You'll never pay more than sticker price. Those other guys, they could charge you a whole lot more for that new car because they know there's a shortage. That never happens at Homer Skelton Hyundai. That's part of the philosophy and the team that's been together for about 15 years now. You want the best of service? You want the best of products? It's the combination and the trust you'll always get from the best guys around, Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Witten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Now back to Wolo and Friends on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM, presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Here once again is the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin.
Brian, happy 5th of July.
Happy 5th of July.
Do people say that? Is that a sentiment that people give out?
I don't know if anybody really has a happy 5th of July.
Really? Yeah, that's more, you're feeling the blues today. Honestly, I'm a little tired too. I stayed up a bit too late last night. I'm feeling a bit of the blues today as well. Yeah. But I like the blues. I don't like feeling the blues, but I love the blues.
I do love the blues.
The blues. Who doesn't? We're living in Memphis. Who doesn't love the blues?
B.B. King. Ooh.
Bryant, yesterday was the 4th of July.
It was.
And there's a lot of American-themed movies and some that even take place on the 4th of July, correct? Is that right?
Correct.
So, Bryant, today I thought we would start another new little segment here on the Wolo and Friends program. It seems like it's more of the Wolo and Friends variety hour today, though. We thought we'd do another new segment, and it's going to be called Bryant's Top 4. Bryant's Top 4, Bryant's Top 4, Bryant's Top 4, Bryant's Top 4, Bryant's Top 4. Bryant's Top 4! Bryant, you have top 4 July 4th movies for today, don't you?
I do. Because, 4th of July means the 4 Fs. Food, fireworks, fun, and 4th of July movies.
That's right. And we didn't just do 4 because I only could find 3 organ sounders that go in between here.
It's the 4th of July.
And I think, everyone does a top 5, Brian.
We got to do a top 4.
Nobody does a top 4.
It's more competitive.
And you're free to have OLIs, too.
And I have a couple.
For people who don't know OLIs, outside looking in. OLI.
Exactly.
So, Bryant, hit it. Give me some of your OLIs first.
I got 4 OLIs
All right.
connected with the top 4.
Outside looking in.
So, We're the Millers.
Does that take place on the 4th of July?
Happened over the 4th of July weekend.
Wow, that's a good movie. Funny movie. They go on a trip there. Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston.
Exactly, great cast.
She sits in a chair, water falls on her. It's fun for the whole family.
Fun for the whole family. Grown-ups. Speaking of fun for the whole family.
Before I go, Grown-ups also fun for the whole family. Isn't the girl from Nickelodeon in We're the Millers? What's her name?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? She was in Unbroken. No, that's not right.
I'm not familiar.
All right,
with
keep going.
Unbroken.
Grown-ups.
All right, Grown-ups.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Kevin
Chris
James.
Rock.
Chris Rock.
Kevin James.
Who else?
Great movie.
Norm Macdonald's in that movie.
Is he really?
He's a brief appearance, I believe.
Brief. I haven't seen it in a while.
Not Jason Schwartzman, Nick Swartzen. Also,
good movie.
A funny movie.
There's 2 of them, but this is the first
one. Is good too.
Go
on a 4th of July trip with the whole family.
Exactly.
Hilarity ensues.
Now this one doesn't take place on the 4th of July, but it's an all-American movie. Top Gun, the original, not the new one.
All-American. So that's the criteria here. Is it either needs to be taking place on the 4th of July or American themes?
Yeah.
Wow. So Top Gun doesn't. Did Top Gun Maverick make your list? Don't spoil it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it. Live Free and Die Hard.
That's a Christmas movie.
No. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Live Free.
Oh, Live Free and Die Hard. Oh.
That is the 4th of July
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Okay, so those are my OLIs.
Oh, so 4 OLIs. So
Yeah.
just as many OLIs as the top 4 itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got little sounds after you do each one of these. So let's start here. Let's go number 4 on Bryant's top 4 July 4th movies.
Number 4, Independence Day.
Wow, Independence Day with Will Smith. I actually watched that over the weekend.
Did you really? I haven't watched it in a while.
I see it so much. It's always on TV. It's a great movie.
Yeah,
Who else in Independence Day?
Haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know.
Oh, so you don't know?
No, I just remember the movie.
Well, I just thought you had done so much preparation for this list that you would have a little bit about each movie with each one. Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum. That's right, Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Goldblum's in it. Yeah.
That's a good movie. Yeah. Great movie. And there also is a sequel to that. Independence Day
2.
No, it's called Independence Day Resurgence. And it came out a couple years ago.
Wow.
Not nearly as good as the first one.
Yeah, because I haven't heard
First one's always on TV, too. Do you watch movies on TV if they have commercials, or do you go find them on streaming services?
Every time Tombstone is on TV, I watch it.
But that's the only one you'll watch with commercials.
Pretty much the only
I
one
watched all 3 John Wicks this weekend with commercials. Not a 4th of July movie, but that's a movie I'll watch regardless of commercials. All right, number 3 on Bryant's 4th of July movies.
Number 3, Jaws.
Takes place during 4th of July. They're all on the beach.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their...
because there's so many people there because everyone's there for the 4th of July.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jaws.
The original, not 2 or 3 or... I don't know how many Jaws there are.
That is a good movie, though.
movie.
A classic. Actually, critically acclaimed, too, whereas I like Independence Day, but I wouldn't say it's...
it's not critically acclaimed.
Critically acclaimed at all. Richard Dreyfuss in that movie. Also, Steven Spielberg flick.
Yeah.
Jaws. All right, Brian, have you ever been on the Jaws ride at Universal, by the way?
Never been to Universal. Never been to Disney World. Never been to...
Wow, so you've never been to the Doe. That's what we call Orlando.
Is that right? No, I've never been to Orlando. The furthest down
Doe.
in Florida I've been is Destin.
Really? That's not very far down in Florida at all.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Vegas family doesn't take a lot of trips.
All right, Bryant, number 2.
Number 2, Annie.
Annie, like red-haired Annie?
The sun will come out
That's a play.
tomorrow. Well, it's also a movie.
It is also a movie, but it's a play.
Well, I watched.
You know what I mean?
I've never seen the play. I've seen the movie. Actually, I have
Really?
seen the play at the Orpheum. I've seen the play.
All right. Well, I'm a little bit contentious with that. It's a fine, but which version of Annie? Because
The
there's a few
original.
versions.
The original.
I don't know the actor in the original one. Her name is Aline Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol Burnett's in the original
Yeah.
one. Jamie Foxx is in the new Annie.
That's the new one. Yeah.
new one.
That one came out. That one came out. Actually, I thought it came out way more recent than it did. It came out in like 2016.
Is that right?
It was like
2014.
2014. Yes, like way further back than I thought it was.
Wow. I can't remember the last time I saw the original Annie, but Carol
It's on
Burnett.
Netflix. I watched it like a month ago.
Please,
It's on
don't get me
Netflix.
started
Oh,
on
you don't like Netflix.
I hate Netflix.
But yeah,
as a matter
Annie.
of fact.
Supposedly she gets kidnapped the night before 4th of July.
Kidnapped.
So Annie. Yeah, because you know the Carol Burnett's character who plays the
mean
orphan lady. Her like brother and sister-in-law come in, and they're because Daddy Warbucks is offering all this money to find Annie's parents.
That's
and
right.
they take her. They're like, we're her parents.
We're her parents.
Yeah, and they have the little.
I forgot that
charm.
there was the
They have
kidnapping.
the necklace, and they're like, here you go. This is yours. And so she's like, oh, okay. And so she goes with them. They kidnap her. Supposedly that happened on 4th of July weekend.
Wow, excellent reminder and great music. And
fantastic.
That'll come out tomorrow,
Yeah.
but It's a Hard Knock Life is legendary.
I made my girlfriend watch that
Probably
movie
the second
months
best
ago.
rendition of Hard Knock Life behind the Jay-Z one that they
yeah.
did in that Mike Myers and Mini-Me did in Austin Powers. Anyway,
Great movie.
number one, Bryant. What is the number one movie? Drum roll, please. Number one movie on Bryant's 4th of July movie list.
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Why Sandlot?
I mean, first off, it's a great summer movie. I mean, I think whenever I think about a good all-American summer, I think about Sandlot. You go out every day with
What's
the
the
boys.
title of 4th of July?
You play. Well, do you not remember the 4th of July scene when they're hitting the balls and the fireworks are going up everywhere? Connor, you remember that scene? Yeah, Connor remembers
Connor's
it.
nodding his head.
Yeah, it's a great movie. And then they go on the Ferris wheels because the fair's in town for the 4th of July, and they're on the they take the dip while they're on the I forget what ride they're on, and they all throw up. You remember that? I mean, great movie.
Well, that's classic youth
All-American.
baseball thing. Is you
Yeah.
got to put a dip in.
Right, but great movie.
You left out so many, man.
Like what? What would have been on yours?
First of all, Captain America, the first one, the first Avenger.
I don't watch superhero movies.
Yeah, that's right. You don't watch superhero. Team America: World Police.
Never
It's a
heard of it.
classic. It's the two guys that made South Park. They have a bunch of marionettes that they go out and these guys fight crime all over the world, and they go over there defeating terrorists. And a very funny movie, very inappropriate as well.
Right.
Saving Private Ryan.
Is that a 4th of July movie?
It's literally what were the two criteria? Either happens on the 4th of July or it's American themed. And
Well, I only
Saving
had
Private
one
Ryan.
American, and it was on my OLI.
Oh, well, so it didn't make the cut because it didn't happen on 4th of
happen on the
July.
4th of
Well, that makes so much sense,
Yeah.
Brian. And also, you have Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Never heard of it.
Jimmy Stewart. You know Jimmy Stewart.
I don't know Jimmy Stewart.
Yes,
I know,
you do. Jimmy Stewart from
the race car driver.
No, that's not Jimmy Stewart either. That's Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart's the actor.
No.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Stewart is the actor. He's in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. He's also in that Christmas movie. Come on, man. Help me out here.
Were we looking up Jimmy Johnson?
No, come on. I can't think of. Why am I blank on It's a Wonderful Life? Jeez,
Oh,
man.
I love It's a Wonderful
Well, that's
Life.
Jimmy Stewart.
Oh.
What? Wait a minute. What's going on here? That's Jimmy Stewart. That's my Jimmy Stewart. My limited fake Jimmy
I
Stewart
didn't
impression.
know. Not familiar with Jimmy
I watched a movie with Jimmy Stewart this weekend. The man that shot. Oh God! Why am I going blank
You're
on all these
blanking
names?
on
The man that shot Liberty Valance
Ah.
with Jimmy Stewart, and it also has John Wayne in it, the Duke.
I didn't know James Stewart was in so many movies. I thought he was just kind of like It's a
Jimmy
Wonderful-
Stewart.
Well, this says James Stewart.
I know it's his real name, but he goes by
Oh,
Jimmy
he goes
for
by
all
Jimmy.
intents and
I
purposes.
didn't know.
here.
You know Jimmy Stewart? John knows Jimmy Stewart.
John wants you to leave him a charger. That's why
I
he
don't
opened
have a
up the door
charger.
and wanted the charger.
I don't have a charger,
Yeah,
so
no.
he's out of luck.
How we doing? Dude, I was wakeboarding this morning.
You know we're on the radio, John.
Oh, hey, what's up, y'all?
You can listen to John in about
coming up in about like 2
6
minutes,
minutes,
or
yeah.
now,
Yeah.
either way. So that's our 4th of July movies. I'm a little bit off kilter now. I've totally lost my train of thought in what we were talking about.
Because I'm your boss.
You, in fact, are our boss.
I forgot what we were going to do here.
We got some great baseball games tonight.
Tell me about the baseball games today.
Well, you're talking about Scherzer earlier. He's on the mound tonight for the Mets.
Oh, yeah. This is his first start.
Yeah, his first start.
On the prowl, on the comeback.
You ever seen Mad Max?
No, I've not seen Mad Max. Good movie?
He's coming in.
All right.
It's a good one. Also, Hamilton, Brian, in terms of 4th of July movies.
I've never seen Hamilton. Hamilton's on Disney Plus. I think you can go watch that on Disney Plus.
All right, Brian. Well, that'll pretty much do it here for us, I think.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the world.
Good work here today.
Goodbye, world.
I think we did good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow doing the same.
Logan Gilbert's on the mound for Seattle, and I meant to mention that. Love Logan Gilbert. Young guy. I think he's like 25, 26. Young guy. He's 9-3 on the season. They take on the Padres today on the road. They're an underdog. Might take them as the underdog on the road.
Wow.
Road dog.
And then you also got Sandy tonight.
Sandy tonight, yes.
Excellent. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Is your air conditioning system struggling to keep up this summer? It may just need a tune-up. Good news, it's super tune-up time at Conway Services. We'll come out and perform